We'll have everyone just
Unmuted.
quickly introduce themselves yet again, so everyone knows who's who, what they're doing. We will start with, let us start with Simon.
Sure. Hi, I'm Saint. I am playing Simon, who is a very, very small little owlin druid. Yeah, he's super small. He's super cute. He has no idea what's going on. He's just following around Kaylani because she seems like she knows where she's going.
This is little
Seems
Simon.
being the key word there.
Yeah.
That's a little small image there. But yes, nice. Who are you passing the baton to? Simon?
Well, I just said her name, so I'll go Kaylani.
I am Mariana. Some of you might know me as Vagabunda or the K-Butt DM, and I play Kaylani. As far as everybody can tell, a Triton, who is very out there, very awkward, and very, very nerdy. And he's kind of like Hermione. She's read the history of Strixhaven a few times. So I will pass it on to Martin.
Hi, I'm David, and I play Merton, the Minotaur Barbarian, who's arrived at Strixhaven just to find out more about his ancestors. And that's that, yeah. And who we got left? That's just Ash and Peter, who's next to me.
Has
Hi.
Peter returned?
That's okay.
Yes, he has.
Hello. I'm Peter, and I play Herbie, the shy, soft-spoken owlin. I think I'm a cleric. Yes, I'm a cleric. And I get claws. So I'm really mean, grr. That's me in a nutshell. I don't know who went and who didn't, so I'm
Ash.
It's just Ash.
I'm gonna pass it to the awesome Ash.
Last but not least.
I am Brandon. I am playing Ash. He is a mountain dwarf. The group doesn't know, but he is a warlock. He is here to learn about a lot of fun things about his... just mainly, he wants to learn about everything that he can about every plane of existence to make his family business bigger.
All right. So there you have it. We have students ranging from the furthest corners of Faerun, from the furthest, deepest reaches of the Feywild, from Arcadius itself, from the distant realms of Scophos. They have come accepted to this prestigious university. This is their first day, orientation day. They have portaled in from all walks of life. And they have come together and taking the tour. They have seen the beautiful arches of Strixhaven, the Archway Commons dominating pretty much the center of the campus, walked through and made their way to the Biblioplex, perhaps the biggest repository of multiversal knowledge in the multiverse. It is here that, while undergoing the head tour, they underwent a scavenger hunt after being shown around by Mavinda Sharkbeak, very friendly, tawny owlin professor of Silverquill, who urged them forward to find their way around, and I do believe they were successful. After there were several clues given out, and they rose to the challenge. And just as they thought that was as exciting as it was going to get, they heard a loud, high-pitched scream, and they turned to see a large minotaur with gold-rimmed glasses running away for his life, which incited a huge panic coming from the left side of the biblioplex. I do believe Ash turned to look for assistance from Mavinda Sharpbeak, who was struggling with a bookshelf had tipped in the chaos of everyone running for their lives. Everyone else, I do believe, had advanced towards the center of the commotion. And as they advanced there, amongst scattered trunks and props from the role-playing guild, was a trunk that did not lie still, with sharp teeth, with beady eyes, and a purple tongue that slithered like a snake. They were under threat by a mimic. So, I do believe, unless I missed anything, we're running initiative, right?
Yeah.
Could you
Yeah.
ping where we're at?
You sure, Herbie? You are okay?
Okay, just verifying.
Cheers.
First rolls. Oh my gosh, you guys.
First rolls, everyone.
Ooh. What a start.
What's the roll? What's the roll? What?
Initiative.
I don't see the initiative turn order thing.
Oh, so yeah, everyone click on your tokens, and it should add it to the turn order. When you
Ash
click-
missed it.
That's all right. I'll add them in.
Can you
My
add
bad,
me in
I
as
was-
well? Because I roll in person.
All right. Here's Herbie.
Oh no.
You don't go first. Don't worry.
Oh good.
Ash and I are both ahead of you. Thank you.
Okay. Let's add a name to your token.
Why is there a person dead?
Oh no! Already?
You're gonna find out.
No! The worst part is I know who that is. Mariana does. Carolina doesn't. Mariana does, and she's sad. Watch my
Oh, that's a good
initiative be terrible. I knew it! I knew it! Do it! It's gonna be terrible. Damn it!
Where is Ash? Oh, Ash is back here, right?
Yep.
Alright. Alright.
She used the reroll for her.
Ooh, nat 20 for Ash.
No.
Nice.
Apparently, I only had 2 of them, and I was supposed to have 3, but I don't know how it works.
No, you're fine.
Let's add some names. This
I'm not
one.
using one for initiative. I have a bad initiative, and that's it.
I thought mine was bad.
I'm new. I don't know how to cleric.
Oh, lol, Peter. How many clerics have you played? That I know.
I'm in
How many
character.
clerics have you killed?
I'm in character right now.
Ah, okay. I was gonna
You
say,
guys are so lucky.
the mimic are all the worst.
You guys are lucky.
World
start to your
goals
day, I would say.
achieved.
Alright.
This mimic is so dead.
Alright.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right, yeah, we'll see. We'll let the rolls decide what happens. Alright. I do believe that's everyone, right? Ash, Simon, Herbie, Merceman. Kailani is there. Let's keep your name, Kailani. Oops. There we go. Should be good. Alright. So, our dwarven friend. What do you do?
So the mimic, I assume, is right near the thing, the one that's dead.
Yes. I did forget to say that aside from all the strewn gear and other props, is an unconscious gnome that is covered head to foot in saliva and the mimic was in the process of about to devour them when you guys stumbled in.
Oh man, I was really hoping they were already dead.
So,
Mimic
sorry, Ash,
saliva.
continue. Just have to add that in.
Okay. Sorry, first time using roll 20 for actually combat. So, how tall are the desks compared to the mimic? Like, would they be able to see it from where I am? Or do I gotta get close to it?
Yeah, it's hard to see it from that angle.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear it for sure.
Alright, then I'm probably gonna dash my full 50.
Alright.
And
Oh.
20.
50?
If I can go
So
25, but if I
Sweet.
dash, I'll go 50.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
Oh.
the old rules dwarf?
Yeah, I'm only 25 feet.
Alright.
5, 10.
I don't hear dwarves having 25 feet of movement anymore these days, so I'm like, nice.
He's
So
old
that'll
school.
put me to there. And that's it.
Nice. Ash, seeing that Mavinda Sharpbeak is unable to render assistance at this moment, dashes forward, weaving through the desks, and
Yep.
stops quite short of this mimic. You see it there now,
Yeah.
and it's looking towards its next victim. You see the gnome as well. All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
We go to little Simon.
Okay. So you said the dude is still alive?
You are not sure. They look. Damn, they look. For all intents and purposes, they could be dead. You could take a closer look.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go over. Okay. Hello? Popo, you okay? What am I doing? Do I make a medicine check?
Do me a medicine check, yeah.
Okay. That is a nat 1.
Oh no!
That man is dead.
You get there and they look. Yeah, you panic because you don't see them breathing because you this all is happening so fast. You go, oh,
Cool. Was that my action to do that?
no, I'll give you a freebie.
Alright. Well, I think they're dead, so I'm just gonna do my next thing.
Oh well.
Well.
So if no one alive is within 5 feet, I'm gonna throw an ice knife.
Oh no!
I tried.
Look
So,
I love it. I love
I
it.
will conjure up a little icicle, like just a shard of ice, and just chuck it at the thing.
Alright, go for it.
Let's see if I can even hit it.
Let's see.
Ooh, yeah. 16 plus 6,
22.
22.
That smacks it in the face. It turns
Excellent.
you.
Ah, that's a bad idea. Alright, so it's gonna take a d10, which is just 2 piercing damage, and then I need a dex save.
Alright, my mimic friend. What you got? That is 19 and a nat 20. Even against the 19.
Ooh. Icky.
I could do it.
Yeah. So it does not take the extra cold damage. However, if the person who is dead definitely would take it.
How much? So it's just damage.
It is
I'm just curious.
5 cold damage as the shard of ice explodes.
So you all see little Simon walk over and look at the gnome. They go, and you know, they see the wide-eyed response, and then there's fire and ice dagger. The mimic turns, gets hit in the eye, and then for the rest of the attack, it braces itself, kind of turns back into a trunk and withstands the cold. However, the gnome at its feet, or not at its feet, near its tongue, takes the frost coats them, and they twitch violently on the ground.
This was a bad idea. I'm gonna move back my last 10 feet.
Just like, right. All right.
That's my turn.
It's your turn. Very nice, very nice. All right. Speaking of Allens, Herbie.
Okay, Herbie is going to cast Chill Touch, and an owlbear, nat 20 by the way. An owlbear is gonna shoot out. An owlbear claw is gonna shoot out, made of ice, and touch it, and do.
Roll damage.
Oh, max roll.
Ooh, max damage, 16 damage. Woo, woo.
Okay.
Does that kill it?
No,
Then-
but that hurt.
Then.
Do we want to explain how crit damage works for the viewers?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Who
Go
wants
for
to
it.
do that? Miranda.
Sorry, Ken. He really
Pondrix.
wants to.
Come on,
The
go.
way I'll be doing the math calculations probably the whole time anyway. So the way crits work in this game, when you roll a crit, you roll your normal damage, and that is added to the max possible damage that you could do. That is why he rolled max damage. The max damage was an 8. 16.
16 points of damage.
And then he will use a bonus action to sanctuary himself.
Okay.
And then he's gonna hop down and go over there and start gathering mimic saliva and drool to experiment with in class. And that's his turn. And it will have disadvantage on attack rolls on me. Plus, I have sanctuary up.
All right. So you'll see this tiny, very shy-looking Herbie struck forward and then unleash this skeleton. Is that how your Chill Touch looks like, Herbie? Is it like talons or?
Currently, it looks like owlbear talons, little miniature owlbear talons,
Just
formed of
reaches
ice.
forward, and the mimic, distracted by Simon, and the retreat, does not see it coming, and it literally pokes it in its other eye, and it kind of shrinks back, recoils. Black blood spurts from its wound.
And I'm gonna shout excitedly, "This is really quite fascinating."
No need to shout, Herbie. I know it's a battle. All right. Anything else? Sanctuary, right? You stay where you are. Merton.
Right, so I'm gonna dash, then use my Goring Rush attack. Says if you
Alright.
take the dash action on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can immediately make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. Alright,
Alright.
so 60 feet will get me to here, and then I will see what happens.
Also, it only has disadvantage on me if it's undead.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Smash it.
Oof,
Smash it. Look at the hammer.
5 damage.
Alright. Slams into this mimic and cries out yet again as it gets barraged. Alright.
Yep. Okay. So that would be the end of my turn.
Nice. Nice job. Alright. Pondrix Hermione. I'm sorry, Kailani. You're up.
So Kailani is gonna rush down to here, and you see her lift up, fly up, and land on top of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her again start to spin her hands. And if you pay close attention, she's kind of like weaving these numbers together. and they
Mm.
form this long equation that she uses as a whip of lightning. Doing call lightning, not call lightning, lol. Lightning lure.
Yeah, I was like,
to-
you call lightning
Oh,
already?
wait.
We're level
You're not
1,
level
Mari.
1.
No, lightning lure. It was the wrong name. I need a strength save, please.
Well, she almost gave away. She's not level 1.
Sorry. No,
Alright,
it's lightning lure.
It's a con or is it a dex?
Con. No, strength. Strength.
Strength. Oh my goodness. That is a 6.
Okay, cool. Actually, I need to just say she doesn't fly up, she jumps up because it's not technically a first level spell.
All right.
So yeah, so that means it gets pulled on top of the table next to
Which
me.
one? Ah. It's lasso.
Would that knock
And
Herbie
it-
over?
Dex save, Herbie.
Herbie
No,
goes.
because I'm on the table, right? It would go over him because he's only like 2
No,
feet tall.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, he's small. He's a
Try
small
to
one.
save
small.
I
it.
duck and I say,
I just wanted to see the
"Whoa,
panic in Peter's eyes.
Whoa,
Oh, for a whooping 2 points of lightning.
that
Ooh,
was
just
close. That was
Alright.
so close.
Alright.
And that's a
Wow.
turn. Ooh, no, wait, bonus action. Yeah, no, because it wasn't the first level. Yeah, that's a turn.
Okay. I think it finally gets a turn. I get to play. Nice.
Reroll.
The mimic being lassoed onto the table lands in a heap at your feet, Carlani. Twitching. And then its eyes close and its tongue lolls out. You know, looking around. You go. And then its eyes open and its tongue shoots out towards you. 4. Let's see.
Oh, you're gonna hit. I didn't cast Mage Armor this morning.
You're lucky it didn't have advantage. That was a 21 and a 25. 21 to hit. 6 points of bludgeoning to you guys. It slams you in the chest.
Reroll.
Ouchie.
And
Wait.
as you're stunned, it wraps its tongue around you.
Wait. Reroll that, please.
No! Don't make me I just described it.
You always have to wait, because you know
20
rerolls come your
23.
way. Oh no,
Yeah.
I tried.
it's okay. It's meant to happen.
Still
It's fine.
wrapping.
I just wanted
so-
to demonstrate how they work. So
He had me there. I was like, no.
6 points of damage, just bludgeoning damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so
And I'm
Kalani,
wrapped. It's got its tongue wrapped
It's-
around me.
wrapped around. You feel that it's very strong adhesive property to its tongue, like it constricts you. Its eyes like widen as like it's grabbed you and is like pulling you. Its mouth widens as it's trying to draw you in. Okay. So the mimic reverse lassos you, and that's its turn. All right. Yeah, that's it. Top of the round.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at the surroundings and not too sure what to do. I've never done any magical combat before. So he's going to just stare at his ring for a sec and go, well, let's see if this works. And he's going to throw a Eldritch Blast
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
for 19.
19 hits.
ooh, that's really cool. I wish I could do that.
It
What's
will
your Eldritch
do-
Blast look like?
Yeah.
Just stop. It's pretty much just a nice small, like you're gonna probably see my ring glow a little. It'll channel all through my hand in just a straight dart, almost like an arrow right at it.
Are you Green Lantern?
Ooh.
So it's gonna do 3 points of damage and 2 thunder damage.
All right.
Well, he is wearing green.
Yes.
So 5 total.
5 total. Nice. You see as it's wrapped Kailani up and drawing her in, it takes the attack. But it one eye shifts to you and then focuses back on its meal and starts reeling her in faster. All right. Anything else from Ash?
I'm going to do 25 feet and move towards the body of the gnome.
Yes.
Can I bonus action throw my healing potion down its throat?
You sure can.
I will do that.
twitching.
Wait, yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Oh,
Giving
right. It's
someone
only
else a
bonus
healing
action for
potion
yourself.
is
Yeah.
not a bonus
That's
action.
an action, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will hold that
Yourself
for...
is a yourself is a
You can
bonus.
take it yourself
my bad.
as a
I got that the wrong
bonus.
way around. Yeah.
Okay. I will save that for next time then.
No
Or
worries.
tell everybody if anyone has a healing potion, maybe we can bring this guy back.
Okay. Nice. Ash tells everyone his plan. Simon.
Can I make a new medicine check to see if I killed this guy?
With advantage because it was quite obvious that they were still alive.
Okay.
They must be dead.
That was almost another no one.
He's off to a good start.
17.
You look at her and shivering. They don't look good.
Okay. Okay, but Kehlani is still up. Yeah, alright. I feel bad. So I will reach over and touch them and cast Spare the Dying.
Ooh, nice. Immediately as you place your... How do you cast that, actually? You just standard?
Sorry.
You go, boop.
I booped them on the no. I pull out a little bit of like moss and bread from my pocket and like squish it together and stick it in their mouth and make them chew it.
Ooh.
And it just glows a little bit of like this green energy. And then
Alright.
they like seem a little more stabilized.
All right, so the gnome in question, tiny auburn head girl shivers, and then as you spread your breadcrumbs over her and force feed her, the shivering stops, and she kind of like goes limp, but breathing seems to stabilize. It was ragged, and it. Say, Rosie.
Simon just kind of hops in place a little bit, pretty pleased that he didn't kill her, and maybe no one saw that he almost did. And then that is his turn, because that is an action.
All right, good on you, Simon.
Where's Fiddlin's Rosie?
Rosie.
Rosie. Sorry.
Okay.
Who is this lady?
Herbie is going to
Jesus.
turn around and lean over the unconscious person and shake violently and say, "Oh my gosh, Simon, I think you choked him to death or hurt to death." And I'm going to say, "Wake up."
Rosie's like.
She's fine.
And
She's not even cold anymore.
I will
Yeah, the
cast
frost-
healing word for
Cool.
9 points of healing.
Aww.
As you like,
And
eyes wide.
as she's coming to, I want to smack her to wake her up.
So you shake her, and she wakes up in shock and sees you, jumps back, and you smack her. She's like, ow!
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's that for? And then she turns and sees the mimic. Ah! She screams again.
You're welcome.
Anything else from Herbie?
Yes.
You're welcome.
I would like to turn to the mimic and say, "Nanner, nanner, tongues on fire." And that's my turn.
Okay. So Herbie has multi-class already into a bar. Cutting words. Alright.
Yeah, vicious mockery with a bard. So.
Vicious mockery. Alright, Merton, you're up with Kailani on deck.
I would like to move 10 feet. I'm standing on the floor, but I'm sure I'm about the same height as a mimic. And pull out my great axe and just try and
Hack it off her.
Yeah. Take his tongue off.
At this point, it's almost got Kailani. Your leg is in its mouth as it's pulling you in.
Okay. Not for an 8, no.
Okay.
You have
hit
reroll
it, you like-
points.
But it sees you, its eye sees you, and it turns into a trunk again briefly. It raises itself, and it bounces off
Can I
it.
reroll?
You have to wait for the rerolls, DM.
That's fine. The DM can adapt to the rerolls.
Okay. I will reroll then. Yeah.
So to use your card, you click on the cards to open it and drag one onto the map.
There we go.
Yeah, so
There you go.
that is enough. So at first, your axe seems to have glanced off, but as you pull it off, part of it chips away and it shrinks
Did I hit?
away in pain.
Did you say hit? Sorry.
There's a hit. Yes.
Oi! Okay, I'm rolling
Nice.
one third. So let's see.
6 points of damage. Very nice.
Hang on.
Alright.
Okay, can I? I've got hammering horns. After you hit a creature with a melee attack as part of the attack action, you can immediately use a bonus action to attempt to push a target within 5 feet of you, and no more than one size larger than you. It must succeed on a strength saving throw, DC 14, or be pushed up to 10 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I will need to try.
To push the mimic away?
Yeah.
Alright.
Doesn't say.
Strength save?
Yep. 14.
Alright. Fails. 7.
Trying to
So-
push him off. Yeah. So
How far does he fly? 5 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Wait a minute. Yeah, 10 feet away from me.
So as it shrinks away in pain, you slam it because from the impact, Kalani, it releases you. It's just from the sheer impact of it, like the shock of it. Let's go, and it goes flying off the table and slams down on the opposite one. So
Thank you.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Merton is my hero.
Tumbles on the table. All right.
I looked at Carla. You alright?
Thank you.
She's
Yes, I'll be
covered
fine.
again. Also head to foot in mimic gob. Just,
Yeah.
just slime dripping off.
Ugh.
All right. Lonnie with the mimic on deck, but I don't know if he's going to be alive.
Does the mimic class it? Is it classed as an object or a
No.
container?
Not right now.
Damn it. Okay. Alright. In that case, Kailani is a bit frustrated at this thing. And she's gonna try to do the same thing. Wait, how far is he from her? Okay, she'll move one step. Oh, but. Actually, let me think. 10, 20. No, I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do because I don't want it close to me again. She looks at it And she just turns and says, kind of in its head, "Do you know the probability of you getting out of this alive?" Because this is like just starts rambling math equations for the probability, and that's mine's liver. Intelligence save, please.
Yeah, that would do
So-
psychic damage.
It just did psychic damage to me.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wow, didn't expect that. 16.
Reroll.
Excuse me? He's supposed to die.
It is meant
Okay,
to not
you're gonna
like
like
math.
that one. It's a 7.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, so in that case, it takes a whopping 1 point of damage.
Girl.
It as you say it's mine equation in time, it rolls back up and its eyes go cross they cross for a second, like and it twitches and like shivers. A little bit of blood drips out of its eyes from the tiny bit of psychic damage you did to it.
A single tear.
Little tears. It's looking rough. Barely survived that attack.
Can I reroll damage?
No.
No.
No, I had to do that before. I knew the outcome, so it's okay.
Anything else? Alright. Wait, again, I wasn't expecting to have another turn. This is great. I get to play the game. Alright. So, this beaten up mimic on its last, legs, looks around at all of you. Sees that Rosie, its prey, has been revived. It enrages it, and in a kind of a last-ditch attempt, it will turn back to you, Kailani, because you're the one that just gave it a bad math equation that it couldn't solve. Its tongue
I
is
didn't
gonna
know what it is,
shut
much
out.
less solve it.
All right, it's gonna try and reel you back in.
Can he reach me from there?
Oh, you can reach it. Its tongue juts out like a frog's.
Ugh.
Ew.
For a 24.
Okay.
I don't feel so
Is-
bad actually, because I hadn't cast Mage Armor, but both of these hits wouldn't have mattered. So
It wouldn't have because it was a 24 and a 23.
exactly, I'm fine. So
So
hit me.
that's 7 points of bludgeoning.
And as
I'm
that
down.
tongue is stretched over my head, I'm gonna take a scraping of DNA.
Ah,
So
down.
Kailani, it streaks out and its tongue hits you in the chest like a truck
Uh-oh.
and then wraps around it and starts pulling her into its mouth.
Kailani goes limp.
That's not good.
That went so much better the first time.
The mimic, pleased with its last-ditch attempt, tries to draw her in as quickly as possible to at least eat someone before it also perishes. And that is its turn. Ash, you just saw Kailani get walloped and reeled in.
I'm gonna take a look and go, I think he likes the taste of Triton. And I will toss another Eldritch Blast at it.
Get him.
It's going down.
But this
For a 13.
nice sea
Just
salty
hits.
taste.
Sea salt.
For 9 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That's gotta
I'm
kill
going
it.
to... All right. So, Mimic Slayer, how did you want to finish it off?
I pretty much want the Eldritch Blast to channel right up the tongue and into the chest itself, and then just a nice little explosion on the inside.
Right. Not quite the meal it was hoping for, as it's just... Its mouth widens to, normal proportions to devour Kailani right down and starts to shudder and it kind of seems to almost like shrink into itself, and then explode into little shards of mimic. Bits of it fly everywhere. And with that, Kailani, you drop to the ground as its tongue disintegrates. And that is the end of this mimic.
Herbie will go over to Kailani and try to help her up, but he's so tiny that he's like pulling and.
Hold on, I got it. I'm gonna fly over and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, thank you.
So I pull out like bigger piece of moss than the last piece and more bread from my pocket. Squish it together and shove it in her mouth again. And it glows green again.
Alright.
Not bad. 11 hit points.
That's more than my max, so
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's a win-win.
Hey, that tastes really good. Are you
How's that?
okay?
Oh yeah, I'm actually fine. Thank you.
As that's happening, I will use thaumaturgy again and give the all clear signal to the professor. And just make my
Conveniently
voice go.
As you do that, you see her not run but fly over the shelves and lands right down and sees Kailani just coughing up. And sit. Are you still? Did you get up? Or are you still like recovering on the floor?
No, I'll because she healed me full. I immediately like kind of floated
Thank you,
up.
Step.
I think Herbie and
Yeah.
I are on either side and are like trying to help push her up, but
Yeah.
we're not doing much.
I'm just going to go over and just help her up.
Yeah.
I just see my
Thanks.
little owl in French, just like, okay. But I'll go over and help both of them and Rosie up as well. And just go over and see how she's doing.
Is
You
this
see-
normal? Is this part of the initiation?
Professor looks horrified. She gives like a hoot of alarm. She goes, "Oh my dear!" She runs over to Kailani.
I'm fine. She pulls out 2 vials and a little knife and starts trying to cut bits of.
Yeah,
As you
Simon
do
does
that-
too.
As you do that, the bits of aberration that have splattered everywhere, they start to shimmer and they turn back into normal shards of wood.
Hey,
What about the stuff that I collected?
You have you look at it and it's still there, but it seems to go from purplish more to like a deeper black color, like goop.
Am I covered in the black goop now then?
Oh yeah.
I scrape some off
I'll
of
scrape
her.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I scrape it on the vials.
I'm gonna take a look at it. Could I
We
do
all
a?
pull out vials and just.
I'm not gonna grab a vial. I just want to do like a quick
have I the
investigation
only one
check or
who's not
something on it.
scientist?
Yes. So before you all do that, the professor goes, "Oh my, I'm so sorry, but well done." She looks at everyone. She like ruffles her feathers with pride. Such bravery in this incoming class. Well done. Well done. What a bizarre occurrence. And she looks down at the shards of wood.
We couldn't
Can't
have
remember
done it
any-
without you.
What?
I'm saying to the professor, we couldn't have done it without her.
She goes, "I'm so sorry." She goes, "But I don't seem to recall any of these trunks bearing any hints of magic. Curious. Let alone that manner of transmutation." She's just musing to herself. "But yes, I shall have a word with the equipment managers at the rest stage. I'm so sorry, my dears."
I'll check in on the gnome and see how she's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, can Kailani open her water skin and with her shape water clean both her and the gnome of the goop after she took some samples, and then we use gust to dry it.
Okay. Nice, I like it. Blow dry.
Yeah, she kind of first she kind of soaked both of us and then just blow dry us.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get to that. So, Ash, will you say you roll an investigation check?
I can, yes. I just wanted to see what the black ooze stuff is.
Okay. Alright.
I'm the only one who's
17.
not interested in the science and the maths.
Almost definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You see that upon looking at it closely, that mimic slash Trunks wooden leather is again like with the similar goop that's in Herbie's little vial is like it's covered with that black oily substance. I do believe Nerton was looking at the gnome as
Yeah,
you
I
examine
just
this.
want to help her up. Yeah, just go over. and
Yeah,
help
so
her up.
she goes, oh, thank you very much. She goes, but why'd you hit me? She speaks like really quick. It's really hard to keep up with her. And
Right,
she
did
looked
he say-
at Herbie. She goes, no, he hit me in the face.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
She goes,
Slow
he hit me in the
down.
face. That's as slow as you can go. She's like hyperactive child right now.
I
She
turn
just
around
points
and
at
look
Herbie. He
Yeah, I
hit
turn
me.
around. I turn around and look at Herbie. Why?
I think you're muted.
Herbie's
You just
running
thought
away.
I was muted. I was waking her up.
Okay. I
Like,
turn around to her.
Wake up.
She-
Wake up.
But I was already awake when he slapped me. And she just like glares at you.
It was fun.
I think you owe someone an apology.
Things happen
puts
in
little
the
hands on
the
her
heat of
hips.
combat.
Yes, that. I apologize for having fun.
She just shakes her head.
I wouldn't call that fun, but
Is I just want to check on everybody to make sure they're all right. I turn around and look
Yeah,
at
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody else is okay. It's just like, because obviously, yeah, just turn around and just check on everybody, make sure they're all standing. Just,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Kalani is drenching both her and Rosie and then trying them.
And I'm gonna, when I see her doing this, I'm gonna druid craft some lavender and just blow it in the gust so that it makes them smell nice.
Aw, she's like,
That's so creative.
she looks at
Nice.
you and goes, "Can I keep a couple of those? This smells better than my perfume."
I agree.
Hey.
Here you go. And she pulls lavender. Boop.
She takes it and puts it in her bag to make more perfume later.
Oh, I love that. That was very creative. Both of you can have some inspiration for the
Ah.
blowdry
Yeah, for perfume making.
and perfume
Perfume.
making.
I actually have. It was one of the recipes I chose. I have I can
Really?
make perfume.
I just lean over while people are talking and go, I can make other flowers that smell nice too if you want different options. Later. I like potions. Okay.
Rosie goes, shakes herself. She goes, thank you very much. What's your name? She looks at you, Carlani, then at Simon, then at Milton, then at Ash, she glares at Herbie and looks away from Herbie.
You know I did heal you. No need
She
to be
looks at
rude.
him. She goes, I'm not the one that slapped me. Or slapped someone for no reason. But thank you. She
Yeah.
takes that into account. You did heal her. So she's
To
like,
be fair, you did admit that you slapped her for fun.
Yeah.
yeah, that. She points at Simon.
But can you blame me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Generally.
But she goes, but I'm being rude. I'm sorry. My name is Rosie Vimpin. And it's like really fast.
Rosie.
Did you catch
Call you
that?
Rose.
Hi, Rosie.
Just-
Can I call you Rosie? My name's
Rosie
Kailani.
Fembi.
Oh gosh.
She slows down. Like, Rosie Fembi.
Okay.
Rosie Femvic.
But
Pleasure
you
to meet you,
guys,
Kailani.
all of you except you, looks at Herbie, you call me Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Nice to meet
Hi.
you. She looks up at you, Milton. She goes, thank you so much. She like does a little nod in your direction for coming to see how she was, and Kalani obviously put right in her and all that. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just want to turn around and try. Is Professor Sharpbeak still with us?
Yeah, she was actually coming to see how Rosie is doing.
I will turn to Professor Sharpbeak and say, well, what happens next?
yeah, this has been an entertaining, first couple hours here. I would love to see what the rest of the day is going to be.
She goes, again, I'm so sorry, dear. And she comes over to Rosie. She goes, Miss Rosie, are you quite all right? And she goes, she just shakes her head. I'm fine because of all of them. Even when she gives Herbie a look again, yeah, even him.
He's standing there with his arms crossed, glaring at her.
Looking really imposing for a 2-foot owlet.
She goes, this is indeed an unfortunate incident, but sadly not unheard of here at an institute. I will make sure it does not happen again, however. Thank you very much for your assistance. And as she says that, she reaches into her bag and pulls out several pieces of platinum for each of you.
Oh. How many
money?
pieces of platinum?
One each.
Okay.
Herbie will hug her. I
She looks
forgive
at
you.
her, She goes, oh, that's quite all right. No, it's me. I'm sorry. She looks at her. She doesn't know what to do with you. But yes.
Simon gets just a very, very brief, like, look in his eyes at the money. Like like just a little bit mad scientisty. Like think of all the potion crap I could buy with this.
Huh.
You see the professor. Does anyone notice that? Do you do that? Is it just obvious to everyone? But you're just like, ooh.
I'd say anyone with a passive of like 14 or higher would probably notice.
Uh-huh.
I got bang on 14. So.
Bang on 14. Yeah, you pick up on that.
Nah.
Passive
No.
perception. Insight. Sorry.
Yeah.
14. Okay.
Herbie is gonna turn, and he walks over to Simon, and he says, "Here," and gives him his platinum. Gives Simon the platinum.
What? Why?
In case you make healing potions, and I need some, and plus I want to sponsor your experiments.
I can make healing potions. Yeah. Okay. I take it.
See, going back to your question, Ash, I see the professor turns and goes, well, I think you had a very eventful day. How about you go back to the cafeteria and tell the lady there that the meal's on me. And then when you're done, I shall fill you in with the rest of your day. I think you earn yourself a little bit of respect. And she goes looking around, because a lot of people are still panicking, right? And she goes, I don't want to keep order. Kailani, amongst the crowd.
Can I... Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I was going to
You
say,
got it.
can I just real quick say to Simon as he's like looking at the money, if you can make flowers, you'll have to show me which ones you can make, because I can learn it, and I'll show you my staff that makes flowers too. She's like super excited because she can only make flowers with the stuff that she knows.
Oh. I could make any of them, I guess.
I need to show you my mini lab when I set it up.
I have a lab. I'm gonna set it up in my room.
Me too. Yeah, can't wait. She turns. What happened in the crowd?
Amongst like the crowd, Cataras, who got caught up in the stampede of it, kind of head disheveled, looks a little roughed up. So maybe he got knocked over, got spit on, you don't know, but he runs forward, doesn't care that he's a little injured. He runs over to you, Carlene, and goes, "Are you alright? What happened?" He looks around to everyone.
She blushes. Yes, I'm fine. She looks at everyone in case anybody's gonna tell him that like she clearly was not fine.
No, I was so worried. I got swept up in the chaos. As he's saying that, Professor Movin goes, "Yes, so students, as soon as you have a little respite with Miss Fistbottom, I shall fill you in on what's next. Shall we say in 10 minutes? It'll take me a bit of time to call upon the attendants here." And she kind of looks at all you in a motherly way, and she goes, "Well, see you soon." She turns around to clean up the mess in the bivouacs.
Okay.
Ash is gonna slowly walk up to Simon and just whisper in their ear, "A little bit more careful with your spells next time. You almost killed that gnome."
They were already dead. And then they weren't.
Yeah,
It's okay. I saved them.
I know. Just be careful.
Can I ask Ash to make an insight check?
All right. Go ahead, Ash.
Can. $24.
The way that Simon says this, it's mildly concerning.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure that even if you definitely thought the gnome was dead, but you're not sure even if he didn't think they were dead that he might have still done it anyways.
Gotcha.
But he definitely thought she was dead.
Gotcha.
I like it. All right. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do, or are you all proceeding to receive your free snacks?
Always free snacks.
Free snacks.
Free snacks.
All right.
Definitely.
Kalani says, as they're heading, are we heading there?
Mhm.
Then?
Yeah.
As we're heading there, she's like, oh, after, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but why don't we all go check out where we're staying? I mean, I want to set up my lab.
Well, I'm gonna assume as soon as we're done and the professor comes back, that would be our next thing, is showing us where we're sleeping.
We'll probably have to go to the student halls.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Ilani bouncing up and down, Cataris kind of like smiling with that same enthusiasm next to her. You all head towards the cafeteria.
Yep, sounds good.
Ilani, as you walk with Cataris and the rest, give me a perception check.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh? It's not
Not 20,
Oh.
22. I'm super perceptive right now.
As you walk through, and again, like, order has been restored mostly to the biblioplex, with the library attendants and some pledge mages kind of like helping students out, make sure they're okay. Some I've got hurt like Cataris and all that. Amongst the crowd, she stands out because she's the only one that's not doing anything. She's just observing here. It's this tall, elegant woman with long black hair and these emerald green, beautiful shimmering green eyes, with like this kind of not a smirk, but kind of like a little half smile. Elegant robes with a gold kind of collar, black and white robes that stretch down like Magi's robes. This is what she looks like. And she looks at you, curiously.
Yes. Peter.
Oh my gosh.
Peter's gonna get feeble-minded.
For those that, for the reason these
Yes.
two are getting really hopped up is that it's a cameo. So it's a big
Cameo.
multiverse. A cameo from
Multiverse.
another one of my campaigns.
To the two.
As the school year goes on, you might get to know her as well.
Was
So, she-
was she looking at Kai specifically?
Yeah.
I think
Actually,
I know why.
actually, to be fair, anyone with good enough perception would see that there's, she stands out. She's not hiding it. She's just like staring at Kalani. And the rest of she kind of like marks all of you. But her eyes, after she marks everyone, kind of rest on Kalani. And kind of watch her go.
Let me roll real quick something. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Lenny stops, stares back. She looks at Cadres. Do you know her?
Cadros like stops as like mid like kind of he looks and goes, no, I actually haven't seen her before. She looks new. Why is she staring at you?
I don't know. Lenny like strays away from the group for a second. Walks up. Are you a professor?
She looks a little amused smile. Oh, my, you are a brave one. She goes, although for someone aspiring to go to Pondrix, that was not very smart pulling a mimic towards you, young lady. She looks you up and down. She smiles. But you do have potential. I saw your magic. It's impressive.
She looks at her up and down. Stays staring. She doesn't say anything. She thinks she's Kailani thinks she's way smarter than she actually is. So she didn't like being, pointed out her mistake. She squints at the professor. What do you teach?
She kind of like she looks at you and she like takes you aback, especially when she answers. It's not through words in your mind. She goes, I specialize in keeping ambitious young mages in check with yourself.
Oh, are you the teacher? Can she reply in her mind, or no? She's gonna reply out loud anyway. Are you the teacher where I can apply for extra classes?
In your mind, she goes, we'll see.
Oh.
And she smiles and does like a little bow. She goes, it's an honor to meet the niece of Beatrix and Niv. I'll be watching you with great interest, young lady. And she turns around, walks away.
And then he's like glaring as she walks away. Turns around in a huff, runs back, pretending it was
run
nothing.
back to join the group at the cafeteria.
Doesn't like
Kara's
it.
like, what was that about?
Don't know.
He notices that you like look a bit huffy. He's like, what did she say to you?
Nothing. I'll make a deception check for that one.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so while she does that,
17. Anybody can know that.
Yeah, you get flustered.
Yeah. She's flustered for sure.
Right.
You can't tell what, but maybe if you have a passive insight or do an insight check higher than 17. But
Herbie doesn't even notice as he digs into his giant plate of food.
I'd like to make an insight check, because I was definitely watching that.
Odin just, grabbing food, sitting down. Wouldn't have been paying attention.
Last.
Okay.
No, just missed it. 15.
Just missed it. Okay.
Yeah, rolled bad on the dice.
All right. So.
I'm just going to sit down next to Herbie and just help myself to his plate of food.
I'm also going to look at Herbie and go, that doesn't look like worms.
Herbie,
And then go back to my plate.
Ash, take a point of inspiration for that. He's picking up. He's got eye for detail. He's already got you pegged, Kirby.
Herbie pops out his claws at Merton and says, "Don't touch the goods."
I just look down. Even sitting down, I'm still looking down at him. I just look at him with a smile on my face. Just shrug and forget my own.
I'm standing on my chair.
He's still smaller than him sat down, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a plate full of gummy worms. Nanner, nanner.
All right. So as you all relax and take a breather, is there anything you want to do, or would you like to just wait for the professor to eventually turn up?
How long were we going to be here for?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I'll wait till later.
As you all settle in, and take a deep, take a breather, she eventually shuffles forward, like the tawny owl and professor. I goes, so sorry to keep you waiting, is when you're ready. And she goes, we may resume our tour. She goes, I assume you both, or all of you, would like to know where you're staying. It would be my honor to show you. And
Okay.
she will,
Please.
I'd like to
like,
unload a bunch of
she
stuff.
goes up. She goes, please follow me. She like expands her wings out like welcomingly, and then kind of like strides out of the hole, out of the biblioplex, out towards the archery columns again.
Herbie dumps his leftovers into his backpack to take with him and follows.
Cataris sees him doing that. He goes, I should have brought my bag.
I was gonna
Hi,
say
Forest
that-
Elf. Nice to see you.
I was going to say there's probably not very much if Herbie's got a backpack.
It's more like a little pouch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a
just
little
one or two
bag.
gummy ones.
it's just one carrot.
Yeah.
All right, so Professor Sharpie leads the way, and he goes, "Well, let us be off then." As she kind of leads the way through down the stairs, hails down like a carriage that seems to be like going past at the foot of the stairs. She goes, "Please, after all of you," she kind of like gestures to all of you to climb aboard these autonomous, golden-looking. They look like horses, but they're very elegant, like and they got cogs that kind of like operate on them as they kind of drag these carriages. Aren't you? She looks at everyone. As you slide in, all of you notice it definitely is it's roomier than it should be. For like you all expect to like be squished into this carriage, it's an average size carriage. And you all sit quite comfortably in there. The dimensions here seem to have expanded. And you notice Cataris is like looking around going, whoa, that's great stuff. He looks around. He looks at Kailani to see what she
Bigger
thinks.
on the inside than the outside.
Oh man, you stole my joke. I was gonna fly out and fly around it and go back in and say that.
Take some inspiration there, Milton. Nice. So, as you all get comfy in the carriage, it immediately takes. She walks in. It's immediately by itself starts to canter off, and doesn't take more than five minutes. But you find yourselves coming to a stop. She goes, "Allow me to introduce you." And she opens the door. She walks out to the residential accommodations you should be staying for your first year. Please. And she kind of like gestures you out. And when you all step out, if you step out, I'm not sure if you want to go on the carriage again, you see this pristine, it's almost like an estate of sorts. You see like these beautifully kept green shrubs at the front, nice polished lawn, these marble gates kind of stand like gates open leading towards down this walkway again, aligned with beautifully arrayed shrubs and all kinds. Students going to and from. I shall reveal. Wait. There we go. What do you say? If it shows me, where'd it go? Stand by, crew. There we
Roll
go.
20 strikes again.
Yes. Again, you
Right.
see
Ooh.
beautiful walkway that leads down. She goes this way, as she leads past these pristine gates with the sigils of Strixhaven on either side. She goes, so the way this works is that as you're all first years, you technically haven't entered into a school as of yet. So all of the first years will be staying at these accommodations. However, everyone has a choice of sharing or having their own room. She points at the building. It has been designed to accommodate your desires. And she kind of like keeps walking down. she gets to the front doors, and they open like without her even saying anything. And she just ushers you in, and it's quite well kept. Like you walk into the hall, and immediately you are greeted by a very cozy looking accommodations. Like as you walk through the corridor branches out, and she kind of leads like down the corridor. Like it's nice, pristine, well lit. Like you see like mage lights on either side on sconces on the side, and she kind of leads the way deeper, and she kind of opens the door, and she goes, "Please," and she points to for of you to go inside, and she shows you again very cozy looking common room. She goes, "So this area is again for all the students. You can take your breaks here, make friends, work on homework." She looks at Kailani. And upstairs, she kind of gestures to the stairs beyond. She goes, "It's your rooms where all of you will be staying." She goes, "Please follow me, unless anyone has any questions." She kind of looks at everyone like the mother hen. She turns to Kailani.
Are the lamps with bottled lightning?
She goes, I'm so sorry that you're talking to quite what?"
Are the lamps bottled lightning?
Well observed. Yes, they are quite self-sufficient. She goes, "You're a very bright young lady."
She's very,
gives you the nod of approval.
yeah, she's very happy with that.
But yes, if there's no more questions, please allow me to demonstrate how this works. And she kind of like leads you up the stairs. What's the follow? And you come out to the top. It's like a nice, beautiful mahogany like staircase that seems to like rotate and move. Like as soon as she steps on it, it seems to like wind and stretch out until it actually she doesn't even move up the stairs. It kind of carries her up, and all of you can like follow. And you get to the top of the accommodations, and it's this nice, well-polished corridor with several again mahogany doors with well-polished Strixhaven sigils on each. And she goes, anyone want to do a demonstration with me? She kind of looks at everyone. She looks towards the first door.
Yep.
Well,
Yes. She goes, "Step up," and she gestures to the room. She goes, "Now put your hand on the sigil and think of your ideal room."
okay. Right. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
So what is your ideal room, Milton?
Ooh.
It's got to be big enough for someone of my height. Even though I'm not overly intelligent, I still want a place for books and stuff. A nice big bed and a decent place to do all my writing that I plan to do. So it's not overly flamboyant or ambitious, just enough to
All right.
just enough to be comfortable and so
Because,
I
yes.
don't have to worry about hitting my head all the time. That's 7 foot tall.
And as you do, she goes, "Yes, hold that image." And as all you see him concentrating, you see the door that was about the standard size for a medium size expands to its proportions, like, and adjusts. She goes, "Step right in, my dear."
Yep. Step
Walks in, and it's just as you wanted. Everything is to proportion. Simple bed, big enough for someone your size, a desk, everything you need for education. And there's hints of home here too. It's got like almost this Grecian kind of style to it. Like it's almost the room recognizes.
That was so cool.
Are there books on the bookshelf already? Does it manifest books as well?
Oh yeah, there's books there.
Ooh.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Would you? Yeah. Is there anything else in specific that you would have wanted?
I guess. Nice view, I think, out the window. I think
you all see that there's a beautiful geometric windows there that like open out to the sunlit archway commons.
Yeah, place to store my weapons and just, yeah.
A large trunk at the foot of your bed, beautifully polished, with the symbol of Scothos on it, like the room for an ideal visitor from Theros.
What are the?
She goes, she has some idea.
Okay, so what are the like limitations of it? Like, how big can it get, or like long or small, or like how many books can it manifest, and like can it manifest like? Because Kai and I were talking about our equipment for like potions and stuff. Will that appear as well, or like ingredients? Or I just ramble for like a solid 30 seconds.
She goes, she goes, so inquisitive. She goes, and she kind of ruffles her feathers in pride. You're gonna do well here. And she goes, the way it works is that it doesn't, unfortunately, as good as our architects and contracts are, there are limitations to the room. So it would provide you with your ideal accommodations and equipment, but things such as ingredients, such, you will have to purchase yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry about the cost at all. Like, normally, most of them are provided in class. If you seek something outside what you're required, I believe with the Bloom can provide.
Ooh, Wither Bloom.
She goes, all right. Who's next? She looks around.
I'll go next.
Yes, young man.
I'm gonna walk up, place my hand on the sigil, and I'm going to try to make the room a carbon copy of Lariel Silverhand's quarters.
Beautiful. I love that. That's great.
You mean the office that you saw?
Yeah, where I got portaled from.
Nice.
All right. So as you mimic what Milton did, you hold it in your mind, clear as day, and you see that the door in front of you kind of shimmers, and it's got the same like texture. It expands a little bit, like it's not the same size as her double doors, but it's the same material and the same like, polished look to it, and it shimmers. She goes, "Your room is ready, dear. Take a look."
Perfect, thank you. And I'll just walk in.
And it's literally like a miniature version of this.
Yeah, perfect.
With the beautiful geometric windows, the oaken desk,
Yeah.
like a nice polished bed on the side, all ready for you. Shelves with several like knickknacks and trinkets that again resemble what she had there, with
Perfect.
an astrolabe on the desk as well, ready to be used.
Yeah, perfect.
She looks in. She goes, "Wow!" She looks at you, "My dear, you have good taste." She looks at you.
Thank you. This should work.
Well done. She goes, you have a promising future here too, young man. She looks around to everyone. So, shall we? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I can go. I'll go.
Right.
Okay.
Right. She go up to one of the doors.
I'll put my hand on the sigil, and so so the room it's really long, and it's split into two sections. So like when you first go in, it would look like pretty much a basic dorm, desk, wall, floor to ceiling, bookshelves, on a variety of topics. If it can create plants, way too many plants. If it can't, at least it has the like pots for plants that I can put in there. It doesn't have a bed on the ground, but it does have like more of like a hammock style one hanging from the ceiling. And the windows are higher up on the ceiling than they would normally be on the middle. And then there's, if it can make a wall with an extra door to a second part of it, it would. Otherwise, it just goes farther back. And in the second room would be just a bunch of lab equipment, like anything that you would assume would be in like a herbology or potions setup. Not the ingredients, of course, but with like so many vials. And there's also, that's on like one side of this room, and then the other side of the room is actually entirely empty. It's just a long stretch of room that there doesn't seem to be anything there except for one of those like training dummies, you know, at the end of the room.
Nice. So yeah, she in mind. She goes, "That's it, dear. That's it. Focus, focus." And the door kind of does like the same kind of shimmering that indicates it's done.
The door also is much smaller because it's 60 size.
Again, similar to Milton, instead of expanding.
Yeah. But the room itself is bigger. Yeah, and I open it.
And it's your dream come true. You see everything that you pictured in your mind, neatly arranged, ready for you to start your mad scientist workshop.
Yeah.
She looks in. She goes, "My, you're going to be very busy." She looks at you as she spots the pristine equipment. She goes,
I will say,
impressive.
in the first room, the bedroom portion, there's also a number of easels set up with painting equipment in the corner.
She goes, "Are you an artist, young one?" She spots the easels.
And anyone with any decent insight would definitely be able to tell that that was almost like a subconscious thing that Simon wanted in there. Like, didn't even notice it at first.
That's the thing. All right. Anyone with a passive perception or at least 15 would have picked up on that. Like, because all of you are kind of like entranced by it. So anyone that did would have seen that they weren't, like, as she said, like they weren't there at first, but as she kind of, Simon thought of it a bit more, so it appeared.
Oh, yeah, I paint sometimes. When we leave and come back, do we have to think of the same exact thing, or can we add things to it, or like how does is this permanent, or how does that work?
She goes, so yes, there is limitations to the mesh of your room. So once it's set, not much. It can adapt a bit, but this is generally it. She kind of looks at the room.
Okay, thank you. And I go over to the bookshelf and try and see what there's there. Start cataloging.
And she looks around. Again, if anyone is unhappy with the way the room has turned out, we can look into it and help you perhaps change it to whatever you desire. Like,
I love my room. Did it
doing laps around the room?
Did it create the plants, or is that something I need to create?
You look and there's pots for use, but no plants.
I start druid crafting plants everywhere, like vines and stuff. Yeah.
So anyone can kind of notice that while a replica room, anyone with just the basic, you have to roll for it. It's easy to notice that the rooms are good at replicating material things, but when it comes to organic things, ingredients, maybe stuff like that, it doesn't. That's its limitation. It looks that heavy. Yes, my dear.
Can we get electric? Can power come to our room?
She goes, "Well, yes, my dear. Like, it's all catered to you."
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand on the thing.
She goes, she blinks a little bit. Wait, what? Where are you getting at? All right, go ahead.
Okay, my talon. And his room is going to manifest as a simulated giant tree trunk that's about 3 stories high with a
3 stories
doorway
for
in
Herbie,
the base.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. And in the center is a lightning rod going all the way up through the ceiling to the outside where it can attract lightning. And then there are medical manuals on shelves on the walls. And at the bottom of the lightning rod is a whole bunch of wires and contraptions and a big gurney. And there's like these metal clamps on the gurney to hold somebody down, and a metal helmet with wires hooked up to it. And sitting on a medical tray table that rolls around is a book that says The Collected Works of Mary Shelley. And there's a few other medical equipment all around as well.
Lenny instinctively takes a step behind whoever is there.
No one else is
Behind
there.
her. The professor.
Yeah.
She just
You see,
is behind her.
again, kind of like with Simon, the door shrinks down to your proportions and it opens up, it shimmers, and you walk in. And for some kind of peeks in and her eyes go, "Oh, what do you have in here, sweet?" And she eyes like widen. She goes, "Oh my."
And then I hang a sign on the door that says "Looking for volunteers."
Oh no!
She goes, "Oh my." And as you put up the sign, Kailani, you see that for a moment it's all there, right? Like straight out of a mad scientist is like, that dream come true. You see that the gurney and the straps and all that shimmer and disappear. She goes, "I'm so sorry, my dear. That seems a bit much." She looks at you, but I do appreciate your creativity. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to I am not one to dampen things, but that seemed a bit dangerous to me.
I'll take
But
a
everything
step
is-
into the doorway and look at the disappeared where the gurney was, and then my head will just turn around all the way to face backwards and glare at her.
Oh, you can Alan's.
Yeah, just shh. And she goes, I'm so sorry, dear, but you surely understand that there's limitations as well. What you can have in your room. She goes, "Otherwise it's lovely." She kind of looks around. Yeah, she goes like sterile room. She goes, "Yes. Shall we move on?" She looks at Kailani.
I rip down the sign off the door and stomp on it and go in my room and slam the door.
It disappears as you stomp on it. It fades away. Right, my dear. I think you are the last one.
Kailani's still looking back at the room. Like, right. She's now a little bit afraid that that's what's gonna come to her mind. She doesn't want the room to be like that, so she like takes a deep breath to calm down.
That was
And
a
she
first
places-
printing too.
Oh, the book's still there. The Sigourney's
okay.
gone. He leaves you the book.
She grabs onto the door handle, and yeah, she focuses on what she's hoping for.
Okay.
When
So,
they open the
it's just-
door,
Yes,
does the door change shape? You did say the door changes shape, right?
it does.
So the door becomes this like archway,
Hmm.
and like it looks like it's made of a white kind of sandstone.
Mhm.
And as she like opens the doors, the walls are like showing magical, like magic. The pictures move on the walls, and it's like waves all around. There's like, instead of a bed, there's like a massive aquarium. There's like a sitting area. And then there's no separation. There's just a big trunk at the edge of the aquarium bit, and then there's a desk that goes all the way one of the walls, full again of pristine equipment. And then where the sitting area is, there's like bookshelves of stuff. And there's this picture of on the wall of Adrix, Nev, her and her mom. And but it's been ripped. There's like there was somebody else in the picture that has been ripped. And there's this ship in a bottle that is moving, like the waves are moving in the bottle, and there's clearly wind going there around on like a prime shelf.
Is that the miniature of the ship you came on? Or is it like a different ship?
Was that Adrix and Nev's ship that we came on? Yeah.
The Seafoam. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, she looks in and she goes, "Oh, what?" It's completely opposite of the Herbie sterile room. She goes, "Do I sense hints of Arcadios here? This is very." She like looks at the aquarium and all that. Yes, there's a native. She looks at you. Very nice, my dear. She goes, very creative. When you're done making sure you have everything, if everything's according to your design, please meet me at the common room. I shall go let your companions know as well.
He walks in, and she as she's walking in, she pulls out this little trunk, and then she's like, "Oh, Professor!" It's like a little. She
her head like rotates. Like,
do you know enlarged reduced magic?
Sorry, my dear, that's not my specialty, but I can find someone that can help with that.
Because my uncle shrank it, so I could carry it.
Oh, right. No,
I don't know it yet.
She goes, I will get on that. She goes,
thank you.
She takes note of it.
Yeah.
That's right. So in 5 minutes, if you please, could you meet me in the common rooms?
She goes and puts the trunk for now on the desk because it's like.
Right.
There's banging and clanking coming from Herbie's room.
Yeah, are these guys soundproofed?
Well,
that's an option I definitely would have made mine soundproofed.
Those who wanted soundproof rooms may indeed have soundproof rooms. That's what
sure.
My room is not soundproof, but there's so much noise from the waves that she probably doesn't hear it.
All right, so it's the same. Like Professor Mavinda leaves Kalani and tells the rest of you the same thing. Please meet me in 5 minutes in the common room and receive your itinerary. And she gives you to it. Your schedules for the year.
Are our rooms next to each other? As in, since I'm the first one down the end of the corridor.
Yeah, so this corridor is all pretty much you. Maybe there's another 2 rooms that don't belong to any of you. That's about it. All of you are on this floor.
Yeah. I'm just imagining. Since I was the first in my room, I'm really curious to see what other people's rooms are like. And I just want to knock on each door as I head down the corridor, because obviously when I mean down the corridor, just waiting to see if I get a reply from people, and just if not, I'll move on. So.
No worries. All right. So, who would be the first one you would stop at?
I'm just working my way down. So
just everyone, right? Yeah, so those who would like to answer may answer their doors.
I didn't close mine. I'm waiting for someone to come and enlarge my trunk. No, enlarge the trunk. She wants stuff from it. She wants stuff from it, and it's small.
Mine's closed, but I do answer if someone knocks.
Yeah, I just want to do these doors adjust to my size? Because obviously, if Simon's door is minuscule for me.
So they do. Like, obviously, the room's occupant has final say on the interior.
If I were inviting you in, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It's just like,
it adapts to whoever's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
That
they don't
would-
want you to come in.
How inconvenient would that be if you had to crawl through the 3-foot door?
I wouldn't
It's just like,
They're like, yeah, it has all this magic, but once the door's that size, it doesn't change, my guy.
No, doesn't change.
all you can see
Right.
is like when Alice in Wonderland gets struck.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's just like,
Here, drink
you
this,
see
then
my
come in.
eye pressed up
Yeah.
against the door. It's just like,
It's
Oh.
just an eye.
yeah. Hi, Simon.
Hi. I opened my door and you can see the first room, but the door to the second room is closed. So you do
Okay.
see another door, but you can't see what's in there.
So your first part of your room is your
So bookshelves, the bed,
Bookshelves,
the desk,
bed,
a lot of the
bookshelves.
plants. Yeah.
oh, this is very fancy.
It looks kind of like a tree house, but like a nice
Yeah.
tree house.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
We're supposed to go get our schedules in a couple minutes.
Okay, yep.
I want to see Kai's room. Do you want to go see it?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Is that an aquarium?
She looks, hi, yeah, come in. I like to sleep underwater. And she's like putting out some
I read that in my
stuff. She's
notebook.
like puts out a really pretty hourglass and some like navigating tools, like a sextant and stuff like that.
you
That
guys,
she's
yeah, so
pulling out.
you see these beautiful tropical fish from the Pizarro Islands. You wouldn't know what the Pizarro Islands are, but they are. You assume they're native to where she comes from.
And I don't see where I'm from. There's no water whatsoever because I'm nowhere near the ocean.
It's just dry.
Yeah, so
wasteland.
I'm just fascinated by the fish and just like I'm just staring at the fish. It's just like
Entranced.
yeah, it's just like I don't have these where I come from. Can you tell me what they are?
I try and-
Yes.
Can I see if I know if I can figure out what they are?
Okay, go
Sure.
for it. Because I think we mean different things. We're gonna answer different things when he asks what they are. Go.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just looking
like
at
after the
fish.
basic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am also going to scratch my head and give myself guidance.
I wanted to see what happens.
There's a little blip of this green energy. And then, oh, terrible. So bad. So bad. It's a 10. Rolled so bad. Just a 10. Looks like fish.
They
Well,
look
that one's
like
blue and
pretty colorful fish. I mean, being
Yes.
from the Feywild, you're not a stranger to all kinds of flashy colors.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, these are new. What are they?
I don't
I
know.
will post later a photo of the fish that
Yes.
she's got on there.
Fair
But there's
enough.
definitely one that will catch your attention, which is a quipper. There's a quipper in there for sure.
oh, one of them.
Excuse me while I Google what a quipper looks like. It's IRL.
Let us consult the Grand Oracle of Strixhaven.
Ah, that one's scary. Look at its teeth.
And I
Rah, rah, rah.
the D&D
But-
equivalent of piranha.
Yeah. However, when you ask what they are, and Simon answers fish, and that looks scary, she starts saying names. Oh, that's him. That's that. Like she's saying names. And then as she says names, the fish kind of stop, look at you guys, kind of do a little thing, and then continue as if she's talking to them.
But say names like what kind of fish they are, or like
No,
this is
like-
Todd.
Yeah, Todd.
Okay.
Like
Actually
Todd,
naming your fish.
Greg. Yeah. And as she
Wow.
says that, they stop to
Snoopy.
look at you guys and
Yeah.
like do a little pirouette and then continue about them.
Yeah, just start doing these geometric patterns in the water. This-
Like she talks to them, sort of thing.
As these guys are doing this, Ash would have probably just not let anybody in. He'd be
Mm.
downstairs waiting in the common rooms already.
Right.
The one who's the outsider.
Yeah, she definitely does seem like she talks to the fish, and then she
Oh,
pulls
yeah.
out her staff of flowers and shows it to
Mhm.
Simon.
Oh, what's that? What's so
It makes
it makes
flowers.
flowers?
Yeah, and,
Do you
and they
know?
stay. They
Okay.
stay like normal plants. They grow like normal plants.
Will you okay? Will you make me a flower that I might not know, and then I see if I can make it?
Yes.
Okay.
So she makes two things. So she makes a pretty flower, which is like it kind of smells like Kailani. It's kind of from like a coral. It's not a coral. It's like I forgot the name of it. It's like 1 second.
Go ahead.
I can't remember the name. It's only coming back to me in English and Portuguese. So give me a second.
Back to Google.
Yeah, I remember the name, but I can't. Only in what is it? It's like a. It's where clownfish live? Help me, please, guys.
I know
Anemone.
Anemone?
Thank you. It's kind of like the flowers that
Anemone.
when
Anemone.
anemones bloom, that's kind of the flower that it gives, that she makes.
Beautiful.
And she makes like theki root, like a plant.
Okay. So Simon will grab the theki root, and I know this one, and just recreate it with my druid craft in my other hand. That one I don't. Let me. Can I?
She looks around and she pulls like a little vial. Put this on your hand first.
What
It
does
will
it
sting
do?
It will sting
Ooh,
you. It's
okay.
like it's like an ointment, and then you can touch it.
Simon puts it on, but like he was considering that. That sounds interesting. Science. Okay. Maybe next time. So I will take the other plant, the anemone flower, and try and druid craft it in my other hand. It's not an exact copy. Like the colors are slightly off. It's almost like a maybe like a Feywild version of the same
Of it.
flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. She's like,
Weird.
Would you
You
say it's
have
like
to show me flowers
bigger in
too later.
proportions? It's an exaggerated version of her flower.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything looks bigger because I am smaller. So it all
That's true. Very true.
Oh,
yeah.
And if she druid crafts the flower, it actually you see almost like a little face in it, like little, and the flower like the blink blink. Looks here. You shake your head. Just a big exaggerated flower.
That's so cool. You need to teach me some flowers. I actually am not so good with plants. That's why I have it.
Will you teach me maybe how to talk to your fish or be friends with your fish?
She nods.
And
Yeah,
I
she
can
nods.
teach you some plants.
Yes.
I can talk to plants too. So yeah, sure.
Okay.
As
Deal.
you two are doing, you hear this. Dears, are you coming? It's like-
I
Yeah. She goes, ooh. She goes downstairs. She's like, I got something to show you both. Oh well, everyone. And she like grabs something and just rushes out.
where's Herbie? Herbie?
Where is
Herbie, right?
Herbie?
Where is Herbie? Doing
Herbie's
his mad
door
scientist thing
opens
through-
real slowly and he peeks out and then he kind of scoots out, keeping the door as closed as possible, and locks it, and he puts a sign on the door, definitely not looking for volunteers, and then it's got a smiley face with a wink, and he joins everybody.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm just watching Simon and Kalani just nerd out over plants and fish, and it's just like, my head is spinning. It's just like, I don't understand it.
All of you, like those that are present, all notice that Ash is You haven't seen him since he walked into the room.
Okay.
Uh, Simon
Let's go
gets
to the
nervous
common room.
about getting in trouble for not being in the common room already
Yeah.
and just chases after Kai and just kind of like
I
hopes
just-
that Ash is also on his way because I don't want to get detention. We just got here.
Yeah,
Alright.
pretty much.
So as all of you head down, Ash, you were already there.
Yep.
Punctual. And you see a lot of the other first years kind of filing in from their own dormitories. You do see amongst them this very, he kind of stands out because while everyone else is kind of like giggling and laughing, he sits there kind of calm, composed, businesslike almost. This student, fellow student, looks at you with this really trim brown hair with seems like white streaks, almost very posh kind of like look to him, like very pristine blue and gray robes. He kind of looks at you and smiles. He kind of sidles over. And he goes,
Ugh.
"Grace and Vladimir
Okay.
at your service. You look quite industrious." He goes, "What is your name?" He kind of gives you like a look, Ash.
My name? Ash. Pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine. And kind of like, again, very prim and proper, extends a hand for you to shake.
Yep.
Yes. I'm looking for exceptional people for maybe a future business venture here. I am looking to expand my influences. Nice to make your acquaintance. As he's
Pleasure.
introducing himself, and again, he's got this big like air of like a rich boy coming off him, like
Yep.
coming on
You have a
strong.
business card.
He kind of goes, "Oh, finally, someone asked for it." And kind of like from his pocket, he draws out a business card with like golden embossed lettering, like beautiful calligraphy, Grace and Wildmere. He goes, "Okay, nice to make your acquaintance."
Me too.
And as
And
he
I'll
says
give him
that,
one of mine.
everyone else, yes, sorry.
I'll give him one of mine for the Black
He
Fang.
takes it, he goes,
Black Fang family founder.
he goes, "Well, look at
Probably won't be
that."
as nice as his. It'll just be simple script with information where everything is and what world it's on.
I like you. I think you'd be perfect for the future entrepreneurs of Strixhaven. You show great promise because I have an inn if you would like to participate. Also, if you enjoy reporting, I also have an inn with the Strixhaven Star. And as he's kind of like giving you
Yep.
the spiel, everyone else comes down the steps like.
I'm going to lean in and whisper to Kailani. It's just like, as in a really fake loud whisper. What about the rest of us?
Kailani is like, I don't like him, but Kailani apparently does. So
Slide us up
Kailani's
and
kind of like, huh, what? And she's like, you can see that you don't need to have a high passive insight to see that she's impressed by how like fancy he looks. He was distracted.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I what you see is what you get with Merton. So he's just like, he can't be bothered with all the pretension and just the arrogance. It's just like,
Yeah.
so he's just like looking him up and down. And it's just like, if he deems to speak to me, I'll respond, but I'm not going to make it.
Just big money. Yes.
Ash!
Okay.
Hi.
Over. Did you like
Yes,
your
I
room?
I will go over it in fine detail later. I just would rather just try and get this day done so I can enjoy some quiet time.
I want to see my schedule.
As all of you look around at everyone have gathered, you see, and standing next to the cozy fireplace is Rosa Sharpby. Goes, "My dears, are we all here?" She kind of looks around, does like a quick head count. Right. She goes, "Again, welcome to your accommodations for the year. I hope it's all to your liking. Again, if there is something wrong, I shall get someone." And she makes eye contact with you, Kailani. She gets someone to take a look at the proportions and dimensions of the room. Well, to wrap up, I don't want to keep you, dears. I know you want to rest, and the rest of the day would be yours to do as you wish. But just want to hand these out. And she like waves her like wings, and these pamphlets like almost it's inky kind of like magic kind of like appears above all of you, solidifies, and you all have like these pristine Strixhaven University schedules. She goes, so as you can see, and you'll look at it, classes will be almost every day from, and then it depends on what you do, of course. It would be, and she kind of like goes with her, 8 to normally it will be 8 to 1 p.m. She kind of looks a little confused. All right, 8 to 1 p.m. With 15-minute break in between classes, and once per week on a Wednesday, that will be 8 to 10. And after that, you have study sessions from that time onwards. Normally, extracurriculars will be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Those that are looking for jobs, they vary depending on what you're looking for, from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. Those who are working at the bar, at the tavern, will understand why. The jobs are 3 days a week, and to fulfill your basic requirements for the semester, 3 hours each a day. She goes, again, those that are looking for jobs, it's optional, but the extracurriculars are encouraged. She looks at everyone in time. The extracurriculars would be at least twice a week, 2 hours each day. As she's like pointing, like she's going through each section closely. Exceptions will be made to those who are interested in the Mage Tower teams, which normally only happen in your second year, but it will adapt as it goes on. And you all notice that you all have your classes, all your subjects that you have like chosen, like arrayed in your own personal sheets. She goes, any questions? As she kind of looks around at everyone. Yes, this little small one. And yes, we'll get to you in a minute. A good boy? Looks at Herbie.
Is there a gross anatomy class?
I'm sorry, what? She looks.
Is there a gross anatomy class?
She doesn't know how to quite to respond to that.
We have magical physiology.
Yeah, thank you, my dear. She looks at you. She was kind of stunned by that. She goes, I'm not sure about, anything like that, but I think that's the closest. Thank you much. She gives you like this little head bob at you. She's like, she goes, yes. So those are your schedules. Yes, Ash.
A couple of questions. Do we have an outgoing mail service that might hit my realm at some point? Because I'm not too sure how the portal system works here. It was quite a means to get me here, so for me to travel home and back here is probably not going to work, but I'm not too sure about mail service.
Of course. She goes, thank you for trying. It was right on the list. Thank you. She goes, yes, for any of those that wish to contact home, in the Biblioplex, in the information desks, there is those that are in charge of the mail. All you have to do is approach, and the head librarian, Adina, will set you up. And what they will do, how it works, is that you would tell them what you want to write and who you want to contact, and they will make sure that it reaches the right realm and the right persons. She goes, yes, Kalani, you had your hand up.
Oh, he had a couple questions though.
She goes, yes, go ahead.
No, Ash had a couple of questions. So
sorry,
just
Ash.
one.
That was pretty much it. It was just more, yeah, that was it. I can pretty much figure out the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
So if Kalani puts her hand up, I did notice that my schedule doesn't show the extra class I applied for.
She looks at
Nerd.
you. You see a lot of the look in your direction. The only one, everyone's kind of like mixed looks, like, is she for real? And like only Karis is smiling as well.
Yeah, because you're
knowingly.
supposed to get 3 classes plus 1, right? I applied for 4 plus 1, so I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I want it.
Ash, next to you, Mr. Wardney is like, an overachiever. Maybe she is more than just words. We'll see, won't we? He just assumes that you're gonna like him. He's talking to you like you're already friends. He
Yep.
hasn't even taken that into question. You get the feeling he's used to having things done this way.
Teacher's
You
pet.
see, yes, Mabinda looks at you, Alan, and she goes, "So you applied for extra lessons, my dear?"
I did.
Right. Right. So the way it's gonna work, and it's gonna get to that. It's actually linked to what I was gonna say, is that each semester there's breaks in between the semesters, right? If you looking to go home, those are the times you can go. But back to your question, you may apply at the end of your exams at the semesters. If you do really well, which I think you will, she looks at Kyle at me, you can apply for extra classes added on top of your the 4 you already have on your plate. She looks here and smiles at everyone.
Oh, so it's dependent on grades. I see. Thank you.
Yes. Actually, I like your spirit because you really do show good promise. She smiles there. Sorry. So as I was saying, semesters. For those that are wishing to wonder what happens between them, there is breaks, and you're free to visit home at the end of the semester. As for visitors, you may indeed have them, but there is limits to that. At least 2 visitors per term. And she looks at everyone. Some are grumbling. Some are, oh, yeah, I like some. And they're only allowed to stay about maximum 3 days. So, however, you do need to give us at least a month's notice to arrange proper travels, because the portals here are very tenuous at best. If you're coming from Sigil, it's more complicated. From other places, we just need time. She looks at everyone and smiles pleasantly. However, in extraordinary circumstances, it is 2 weeks prior notice. But you would have to let us know these extraordinary circumstances. Hopefully, that does not come to pass. She's thinking. That is it. She looks around for any more questions.
Sorry, how long did you say they could stay for visitors?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, thank you.
In our rooms?
Well, they will have their accommodations provided, but if you wish to have them in your room, you may.
No. No one goes in my room. No one goes in my room.
Except volunteers.
No volunteers.
No volunteers required now.
You winked.
And
Hmm?
do we get to keep our privacy? Nobody will come in our rooms. No teachers, right?
She kind of like she looks at you, Harvey, and she kind of has the flashback of what you had in your room before.
I give a nice, innocent little smile.
She goes, I believe, as long as nothing dangerous is happening within your rooms, you should have your own privacy. And she gives you like this knowing look, Herbie.
Are we allowed to practice our experiments in our rooms?
Within reason.
I'll have reason. Thank you.
Is there a daily cost for food, or do we have like communal breakfast and dinners, or do we just pay for it ourselves?
So yes, excellent question again. She looks at you, gives you a little bow. Food shall be provided to you students. Do not worry, it will not come out of your allowances. However, things that you need to purchase, let's say at the Grubs Lundqvist magical shop, will require some sort of currency or trade some extra credit from your classes or extracurriculars.
Oh, one more. Will you ever get worms in as a dietary supplement?
You shall consider it. You might need to talk to Miss Fitzbottom about that. She kind of like...
I will
looks
starve
away.
until then. And he imagines pictures of his plate piled high.
my dear, you won't starve. She looks at you like concerned. You'll be fine. Right. Any questions? She looks around to anyone else. Well,
No.
if that
I'm
is all, I will again like to formally welcome you to Strixhaven. May you have a wonderful rest of your day. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I shall be around. And she kind of like she's about to turn away. She goes, last question. She looks at your car.
Are there any elementals on campus?
She goes, that's a good question. I shall inquire for you. I think
Thank you.
if you're looking, depending on the elementals, Prismari campus has a good variety. It
Lightning
depends which-
elementals.
Air.
She goes, yes. They well again I'll have to inquire, but yes, I do believe so.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have another question.
She goes, yes. She's trying to leave and you just keep
Yeah, sorry. If we have more questions, where can we find you?
Oh my dear, I will be around. I will be staying here to make sure that I will show you my quarters after the meeting is concluded. If you wish to have a talk, I shall be your guidance counselor for the rest of your year.
Okay, thanks.
Of course, on that note, she kind of remembers, if you have a preference of who you would like to be your counselor, that can also be arranged. Because, and with that, she kind of looks around, makes sure that no one else is asking questions. She goes, oh, have a lovely day, dears. And she kind of steps away. She's gone.
And break.
Just kidding.
walks down the corridor. And with that, as you wrap up your tour of campus, you go take a break, freshen up.
Yay.
Okay. I think that's my job, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you for
you,
tuning in,
Herbie.
everybody. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. We are live again.
Yay.
Welcome.
Hurrah!
Huzzah! We return to a magical multiverse. Students are just settling in now into the accommodations after they were introduced to the fact that they could pretty much shape them into whatever they got most comfortable with. They received their schedules and asked several questions, and the rest of the day is theirs. So, students, what do you do?
I'll go
Hi.
first.
Yep.
Okay. Ash is going to go back into his room and really take a detailed.
She stops you.
Yep.
Kaylin stops you. There's something she wants to show everybody before we all disperse. So she'll be like, "Oh, just so you guys know, since we're all friends, and then she kind of looks at Herbie. We're all friends, and she pulls out this massive shell, like beautiful conch shell, and she says she'll blow it, and you notice that nobody else in the room hears it other than you four. And she's like, if you hear that, it means I'm in trouble. So please come help. So she basically has a horn of silent alarm, but in her case, it's a shell that she wants
Ooh,
everybody
okay.
to recognize the sound of, but nobody else hears it.
I do believe you have an image for.
I do.
for that. So
Did I
while
send
you
it to
do
you?
that, yes, I think you did. Ash, so she shows you the conch of truth, of alarm, and you may proceed.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. I will acknowledge and say, sounds good. And then I'll head up to my room. While I'm there, I'm going to pour over all the books that are there to see if there's anything useful. If not, I'll make myself a list of things that I want to find in the bibliopex. Yeah,
Mhm.
that place.
Sure.
And while I'm there, I'm going to pull out a piece of paper and finish my capture image when I first got portaled and put that finally on paper.
Nice. Like it. All right, so we'll start with the journals and books you have. You notice that when you go, you look through them, they are mostly like just empty, like they're ready to be, they're adapted to your sequence for you to take notes. So it's ready for you to use, like everything's provided, the quills, the ink, ready to go. For your capture image, I want to see how well. Let's say a performance check with advantage, because you're pretty good at doing that.
Good thing I'm doing it twice.
That's okay. That's
15.
Nice. Yes, so you managed to settle in. You feel pretty comfortable already. Like the room is just your specs, and you take your time to use your capture image, and it's getting there.
Yeah.
As your family has always said to you, practice does indeed make perfect in this business.
Yeah, I mainly want to eventually frame it and send it home.
Right. Very nice. Yeah, you have taken your first steps to it now. Well, anything else from Ash?
Not really till morning. Like the books that he would be looking for, would they just be on the bookshelves, or is it just a limited selection that would be
Yeah, so
in there?
mostly now it's just a limited selection.
Okay.
Like you feel like the biblioplex will be the
better
place
option
to go.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So that's Ash. What is everyone else doing?
Herbie will go in his room and he'll start working on something at his table. Using his herbalism kit, he's going to pull out any bluish color or teal colored plants, and he's going to try to twist them together and make a little figure of somebody, and then come back out of his room and knock on Kaylani's door. So should I roll performance?
You could do. Kalani, to you, you go, oh, it's finally the person coming to look at my trunk. If you're
Oh.
Yeah, it's for sure a voodoo doll, right?
Yeah.
Like,
she opens it and she looks at Herbie. And she looks at the doll.
It's a little stick figure, a bluish, greenish color stick figure that's supposed to be a gift for you that has. It's supposed to be you.
Yeah, that's what she's afraid of.
For you. It's not a voodoo doll. It's just. I'm trying to make friends.
It's just a voodoo doll.
But he's giving it to me, so I absolutely take it. It's like, oh, thank you. He's afraid of what he'll do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here. She looks around. She crafts another of those. And how'd you guys say it?
Anemone.
Thank you. I can't say that word in English apparently. Flower, and she gives it to you like in return.
His eyes go wider, and he goes, "Thank you." And he shuffles back to his room.
Lenny puts the doll like hidden. She actually has an idea. She's gonna have Tooth swallow it, so that it's inside Tooth, so that nobody knows it's there.
Just pour it in the. You go, thank you.
Hey, Tooth.
And there's like a flip. Takes it in.
Thank you. She goes back to like putting stuff away.
It was really harmless and
yeah.
Yeah, but
Herbie
she
trying to make friends.
It looked like a voodoo doll, and as far as you know, I liked it.
That's fair.
Hi, Kestrel.
Is he awake now?
Apparently.
Huh.
Threw the capture memory in there just for if people didn't know that spell.
Ooh, yeah.
I love it. It's a good spell. It's
What's
not
Merton doing?
Yeah. Yeah, Merton.
He has gone back to his room, sat at his desk, and I'm just imagining him starting a diary, just writing down his first impressions and also starting to write a letter to back home, as it were, just giving an update. So that's how it is. So he's got. I can just imagine. Will there be blank book, pages in the room, as in stuff to write on? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he pulls out his pen and ink, or his quilling ink, and just starts writing down his thoughts and what he thinks of his new friends, which I will think on, and he just relaxes. So he looks at his schedule and just highlights the lessons that he's more interested in. Anything mathematical he's not interested in. So anything scientific he's not interested in. It's more about
Somewhere down the corridor, Kailani feels a disturbance. Yeah, in the force.
So he's looking forward to his introduction to archaeomancy. So,
very nice. Right.
I was waiting for Professor Sharpbeak because she had said if I wanted to know where her office was, I could wait and she'd show me after the meeting was over.
Right.
Since she's my guidance counselor, because we're birds.
You're burbs.
We're burbs.
Yeah, so if you find yourself waiting for, and she sorts out a few other students who have some questions to address with her, she comes back to you. She goes, "Yes, all right, sweetie. Do you want to follow me then?" And she kind of like leads you down the corridor, and down to the very end is her office, and it's a dark wooden door, very nice. Like it's got the sigil of I forget the name, Silverquill on the door, and the door itself it's got dark and white hues to it, that kind of shimmer as you approach. As you get closer, even closer, you notice that outside the door is an inkling that's kind of like looking up at you, like this little ink block looking up at you.
I wave at it.
It kind of looks at you, and it extends like its inky self and kind of forms a hand and waves it back at you.
Neat.
And Professor Sharpbeak looks, she goes, right this way. And she looks, "Oh, thank you, Inky." And she kind of like, a little ink block kind of steps aside, and doors open, and you walk into her office. She sits behind her desk, and she, again, not overly lavish, but again, like it displays what you would expect from faculty of Silverquill. Lots of there's instruments, there's a lot of bookshelves, you imagine a lot of prose on there as well. And she sits down behind her desk with like all the parchments and assortments of writing equipment. And she goes, "So yes, this is my office, Simon. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss, or were you just curious about where you could find me?"
Both. So I know what extracurricular activity I want to sign up for. How do I do that? Is there a sheet somewhere, or do I tell you?
Yes, you can tell me. And she kind of like looks through like the papers on her desk, and she goes, "Yeah." And she puts a parchment for it. It's like a form saying extracurricular activity, and it'd be the same one that you would be familiar with.
Yeah, I pull out mine as well.
Yeah. She goes, "Yes. So what were you looking forward to doing?" She leans forward, hands steepled.
The Fantastical Horticulture Club.
Excellent.
I like plants.
She goes, "I could tell from all the pots in your room. Very nice."
Yeah.
Yes, and she waves over, and you see Inky like bounces in and lands on her desk, and she waves a hand, and this mage hand picks up one of her elegant quills and dabs it into Inky, and it starts
Nice.
to write it into the filling out your so Simon. She goes, "What is your full name, dear? Is it just Simon?"
Oh God. Oh no. Please hold.
You can s-
Please hold.
Did I give myself a last name?
Your call is very important to us.
It's fine. Like if you,
It's just
fine.
just Simon.
The Simon's fine. Okay, she like, fills it in. She goes and signs it up. All the control. She goes right, and she signs it herself. And she goes, "Now you sign it here as well." She just like stays at the bottom. Okay.
Simon.
All right. Well, on the morrow, I can show you where you need to go for that. For your, if
Okay.
once you're done with your classes.
And so we can do either 2 extracurriculars or an extracurricular and a job. Is that right?
Correct. And she goes, "Are you looking to do a job as well?"
Yeah. Maybe I saw one that I might want to do. Is this still you? Do I tell you or?
Mm-hmm. No, yes, dear. She goes, "Go on."
And I kind of pull out a slightly crumpled piece of paper from my pocket from earlier, and I place it in front of her, and circled on it is the painting stagehands for the Performing Arts Society job that they were looking for.
Right. She goes, right. Very, oh, good. She goes, creative. And she goes, of course. Oh, and she pulls out like a similar form. She like signs it, puts your details, and you sign it. She goes, right. I shall get that set up for you. I shall let the appropriate people know that they can expect you. Where would you like to start? Straight away, or would you like some orientation? She kind of like looks at you.
Oh boy. Maybe after the first day of classes?
She goes, of course. It gives me time to organize it for you as well. She goes, she smiles, cocking her, fluffs up her feathers. She, again, with pride, she likes you, Simon. You're very, it's not just the cuteness, it's just, you know, you're here, she can tell you're here to learn. She loves that. She goes, right, is there anything else you would like help with?
I'm interested in, I think there was a potions extracurricular as well, but I don't know that I'd have the time for it. But is there like I don't know. There'd be books in the library still, right? Like I could still look into it even if I'm not doing it as an extracurricular yet.
The bibliotheque has a variety of books that will be very useful to you. If you get, I do advise that if you're looking for specific tomes, that you ask at the information desk or one of the archivists. Otherwise, you might get lost. It's a very big place.
Oh, sure. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Anytime, my dear. As you turn by, the door opens for you. Like automatic.
I leave like a really small, like succulent plant on the chair when I leave. Just a little cactus guy. Okay, bye. Miss Curio.
She hoots with delight. She goes, "Thank you, my dear." She goes over it and looks at it. Look, Inky, and that's all you hear. Like is Inky kind of like looks at it, looks up at her. Right. So, and this will go to everyone else. If everyone wants to sign up for the curriculums like Simon has, you can do the same thing. You don't have to role play it. You can just
get on my level.
I figured I'd probably do
Thanks,
that.
well done.
Falling
That's the
stats,
process.
big brains.
Yeah, and then I will just go to my room and start writing in my own journals and looking at the books and stuff. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. I do believe, Herbie, did you want to do anything else? Or was the voodoo doll the only thing you wanted to do? That's not weird. I'm teasing you.
Is there a gravedigger job?
We'll get back to you on that. Yeah. Is there anything else that Merton? Were you looking to sign up as well, or were you good?
Yes, there was a couple of things I wanted to sign up for, and I've totally lost track of them. Where did I put it?
No, it's okay.
I'll have a look and get back to you, but there was.
All right, no worries. Yeah, just flag me down. Yeah, that's not good. In that case, Kailani,
Yes.
you hear another knocking at the door.
Who is it?
You open. Well, you don't open the door. You go, "Who is it?"
Yeah.
And you just hear in your mind, it goes, "Someone that is here to sort out something for you, my dear."
Do I recognize the voice?
Oh yeah.
Green
Okay.
crest.
Yeah. Because she opens the door.
She stands there. She goes, looks at your room, strides in.
She closes.
Like you didn't even say you like come in, or she just
No, she expected her to come in. Though.
yeah. So she walks in, looks around. Arcadian style. You are from the Prince Harry Islands, are you not? She looks at you.
Well, not the islands themselves.
She notices your towards her. She loves it. She goes, "So you needed something enlarged? Is it?"
She points at
something
the
you
trunk on the
Could...
table.
She looks at it. She goes, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry, but did your uncles did not teach you how to do this yet?" She
I am attempting to, but there's precious things in that trunk that I do not want to damage in case I fail at it. There's a probability.
very well. How big do you want it?
Just back to its normal size.
That's it. Yeah. She looks at it and she kind of like and looks at you kind of like and waves her hand like absent-mindedly. She goes, and you see it adapts to your specifications
It's a mimic.
Yeah.
and turns it into a mimic and it eats you.
Roll a new character.
She was the one that was in charge. All right, so she goes, anything else? Or she kind of like it almost seemed to have been a bit anticlimactic for her.
Yeah, she's like,
No effort on her part.
where can I sign up for extracurriculars?
She blinks. She goes, I believe your guidance counselor can help you with that. And she kind of starts walking past.
What lectures do you teach? You didn't answer me last time.
Yeah, she didn't. And she kind of like smiles. She goes, did I not? Oh, I'm so sorry, my dear. She looks at you. I just gotta make sure I got the right
I'm
thing.
glaring at her.
You glaring at her? Yeah.
Yes.
She likes it. She doesn't mind.
I know she likes
she's-
it, but I don't.
She goes, by any chance, are you familiar with beginning computational magic?
The whole world falls on her feet. She's like, quite.
Well, you have a lot to learn, young one. I suggest you get studying now, because you are the niece of prestigious professors, you're not going to get an easy pass in my class. So she looks at you. Okay, there's no mistake here. No insight check needed. She's deliberately trying to provoke you. She's like prodding at you.
She starts floating. Kailani starts floating off the ground again.
She looks, that is a huge trick. She looks you up and down. I shall see you around, my dear. Again, if you need any more meager requests, let me know. She walks out.
I will cast Fog Cloud on her.
Sure, attack a teacher. That's what you want.
I did not attacking. I just casting fog around her.
As you
I'm
do
trying
that,
to do that to see if she like hits her head coming out of my room.
okay. As you do that, your spell fizzles in your hand. And she goes, and she looks.
That's actually my ability. I'm not casting.
Is your ability?
It's- yeah.
But you're casting a spell with your ability, right? Or is it just?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yes.
She can counterspell it. Damn it.
It just fizzles, and she goes, I didn't know you were going for a fog effect in your room. And she walks out. In your mind, you hear her go, careful there.
He swears in Draconic. It's the one language he doesn't expect them to know.
Alright, so
And just gets annoyed.
gets
Picks up
annoyed
her
and-
stuff and goes to try to find the person to sign up for the extracurriculars.
Simon's in the hallway and has no idea this has happened, but just hears someone yell shit in Draconic and just goes,
It's
I do, in
definitely
fact, know it.
Kailani's voice.
Yeah.
It's definitely Kailani's voice.
like, go and see if she's okay. But she didn't blare the horn, so she's not in danger.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But
she
still,
as
I
you
just yell
approach
back. I
her,
just yell back in Draconic, "You good?"
he goes, yeah, sorry. And you hear, like, I don't know if anybody else speaks Primordial, but suddenly she switches to Primordial. So she's trying to avoid people realizing what she's saying. She's swearing under her breath. And she's coming out.
Okay, I go to my room.
Hey.
Yeah, she's just gonna go sign up and ask if there's any demonstrations for
Hmm.
the water dancing club and the role playing guild.
Okay. So just as you go there to Mavinda's office and she fills you in. She goes, she hands you the same sheets that she handed to Simon. She fills them out, and she goes, "You're in luck because your uncle's our head of that extracurricular activity."
Which
Just
one?
don't tell her. They take turns from time to time.
Yes, but which extracurricular?
Oh, sorry, my dear. I was assuming that it's the water club.
The water club, right? Yeah. Okay.
What's the other
Yeah,
thing you
you-
signed up for? Just for my notes.
Role playing guild.
So, there you go.
What did you sign up for?
Me?
Hmm.
I took a job for painting for the
Dramatic society, wasn't it? Something.
performing arts
Performing
Society,
arts. Yeah.
and then I signed up for the horticulture club.
Horticulture. That was it.
Yeah, for my plants and potions and stuff.
Mhm.
I've worked out what my extracurricular my job is, by the way.
Right. Just yeah. Writing it down. Anyways.
Alright.
I'll eventually be taking the Dragon Chess Club and the Future Entrepreneurs of Strixhaven. Eventually.
Eventually.
What was Kailani's? Kailani's was
Kailani's water. Wait. What's the full name of it? Intra. Extracurricular. Sorry. It's Intramural Water Dancing Club
yeah.
and Live Action Role Playing Guild.
Okay.
What's Merton signing up for?
He's gone for the Dead Languages Society. And he's gone for a job in the bibliothèque. But Clark.
Very nice. Very nice.
Sorry, Ash. What was yours again?
Will be the Dragon Chess Club and Future Entrepreneurs of Strixhaven.
Future entrepreneur. That one.
Nice.
Yeah, I made Google Doc spell check that for me.
Dragon Chess Club.
And mine is in the Roll20 chat.
What's her name? Also, feel free to I know you guys take notes on D&D Beyond, but you also have your character sheets on here that you can also put here for easier convenience. Yes.
That's
Pen and
helpful.
And old school. Yes.
In an actual college.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Kailani, you
Binder.
have competition.
I don't have a book like that, so he wins.
Try.
Alright. Does everyone know what they're doing? Does anyone need help?
What
from
about
Lavinda?
Herbie? Are you signing up for anything?
He put it in the roll
It's
20
in.
chat.
Yeah.
He's already
Oh,
put it in
sorry.
the chat, yeah.
He did
On the-
live action role playing guild and a job as a ticket taker at the stadium.
Yes.
Unless I can get a gravedigger job.
Wonder how many tickets you could actually hold
4.
before they weigh him down.
Yeah.
Is that a height joke?
Or a strength joke.
Brilliant.
But height jokes coming from a dwarf aren't really a joke.
That's true. You're still medium, though.
Sure.
So sorry, Simon, you're a painter, did you say?
Job as a painter for the Performing Arts Society.
Performing Arts Society, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Bahamut bless you, child.
Thank you. Bahamut be with you too.
Good lord.
Cool.
Fancy
Yeah, after
place.
she signs up, she'll just if they are doing any demonstrations, she'll go attend. If not, she'll just go back to her room to craft stuff.
It's been a lot for
Okay.
Simon. Simon's gonna go to bed.
Alright, Simon goes for his nap.
What
Anyone
time
else?
would it be around by the time we all hit our rooms?
Would say maybe it's afternoon, maybe after 2, 3. You still have some. If you still want to do things outside your dorm, you can. You can take a walk around. Or...
Eventually go out for dinner at some place, find the place where we actually get food, the
Mhm.
cafeteria or whatever, or go back to the biblioplex. And I'll probably spend the rest of the evening looking for books.
Okay. Awesome. Anyone else that wanted to do something similar? If Caroline, I think you wanted to do experiments, we'll roll for that as well.
Yeah. I didn't want like take too much, but she does want in the end to go try to find an elemental. But that probably she'll get Simon and Merton to go with her because she's in case things
Sure.
go wrong.
Yeah.
So that might not be today. I don't know.
Okay. No worries. All right,
Otherwise,
so-
she'll just be crafting some. Like she'll craft a perfume bottle for Simon.
Herbie will set a bunch of live mouse traps in his room with cheese in them.
Okay. I assume you had the cheese on there.
Well, I will
Herbie
once I
doesn't
cut the
provide
cheese.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Now, with the books in the biblioplex, are we allowed to take them out, or do we have to study and keep them there?
Usually, the standard is you have to keep them unless you need them for unless you're given special permission by the professors. Yeah, so you make your way to the biblioplex, and I assume you head to the info desk, or do you try and
I would have probably found the librarian if she's still there and given her a list of books that I'm looking for.
Right. So she gives them, she sees you come, and she kind of props herself up. For those that don't remember, this is the head librarian at Vina, who mans these info desks and helps people with anything they need in the library. And I will bring up the picture. She goes, "Yes, Ash, wasn't it?" She goes,
Yes,
"What
it
can I
was.
do for you?"
I have a few books I'm trying to find. I'm in really no rush. It's just something to get myself started with. I haven't left my home world before, so I'm only used to seeing 3 or 4 different races. I was wondering if you had a book on every race and every known world and realm that I could study or copy. I'm also looking for books about how to incorporate magic into mundane items. If you have any books that cover every law or like economy structure of each world, and books on how to travel between the worlds and the planes.
You see, there's the elderly librarian leans forward and she goes, very inquisitive. She goes, again, you're gonna do very well here. Right. She will browse through the catalog. I need you to roll me a D100.
Sure. $74.
74. Excellent. And so the first one was. Sorry, which one was the first one you're looking for?
Books on
Races.
like every race in Homeworld, just like known
Yes.
locations and the names and just basically the yeah.
All right. She goes, yes, we do have one by a very peculiar archmage. The name of Mordekainen. We can probably get that for you sorted. She goes, what was the next volume? She kind of like, she's looking through.
Any books on how to incorporate magic into mundane items?
Okay. Roll another D100 for that one.
65.
Yes, we do have one available. And the next one, thank you. She goes,
Any books, I'm not too sure on this one, about basically the law or economy structures of different types of like worlds and planes. Just trying to compare them to see if they're the same as on my realm of Toriel.
She kind of like nods. Okay. And yeah, another D100.
Okay. $19.
Okay, 19. She goes, That one, she kind of gives you a look. Yes, we do have some general ones, but the one specifically you're looking for is unfortunately restricted at the moment. Yes. Available to students of higher grade, unfortunately.
No problem. I have plenty of time.
She smiles at that. Right. And she kind of turns around. She goes, one moment, I shall flag down an archivist. And she kind of like walks off, and from where you are at the desk where we're like, going to and from the library, you notice this mechanical construct that kind of runs on these cogs that kind of rolls up next to her, and she kind of you see her talking to it. And she, as soon as she gives the order, she kind of comes back and she goes, it shall be provided to you in just a minute.
Okay, perfect.
Ash.
Thank you.
She does a
One
little-
other. Do you have a book on how to travel between the worlds or different planes? Or just locations on where to go for that?
Right. Is that okay? So is this not just general knowledge? Is this looking to travel or?
Yeah, so more for the long run for me. Eventually, I'm going to want to try and accomplish this myself, so I don't have to have somebody else do it for me.
Okay. For this we don't have to roll. Because we do have some books on the general ways of this magic of planar travel and such, especially in where we are right now. The magic you're seeking for is a little too advanced for you right now, but I can perhaps give you some basic volumes that can help you build up to that.
That would work. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work.
She goes, she will go and turn around and I shall fill in the archivist on your request. And she kind of
Perfect.
walks off to do that. So yes, you will receive those books as well.
Perfect. That is, I think,
probably-
all I needed for the evening.
No worries. That's a good bedtime reading.
Yep.
All right. So while your books are being sorted, Kailani, I do believe you rolled me 18.
It was for her to make perfume.
Okay. What does it smell like?
She's doing it the same. The one that smells like coral and sea air, salt air,
All right.
and she's going to if you actually, I'd like to try and make. I don't know if it would be. I would have enough time to make 2. She wants to try and do one with the lavender that she got from Simon.
Okay.
So if that's okay, she'll just do that as well, and then
Yeah, go ahead.
she'll go to hand Simon the the lavender one is not so good.
Mhm.
So she'll keep the lavender one, but she'll go and knock on Simon's door.
I
Is he asleep?
Simon is asleep. Yeah.
If I don't hear an answer, I won't
Yeah,
push it in
I don't
return.
think he would wake up.
She would like shrug.
You
and kind of
see
go
the
back.
door frame stays diminutive. It doesn't shift
Yeah,
to allow you access into his room.
she'll shrug and, a bit upset, goes back to her room.
All right, but yeah,
Nocturnal.
you have your beautiful perfumes ready to, at first chance, to give them to Simon, or the lavender one.
The sea saltwater one is the one for Simon.
Ah, my bad. You want? That's nice. You're not giving her the. So fun. Okay, gotcha. All right. So if there's anything else anyone wanted to do, you can take a long rest.
Cool.
Obviously, Ash, you would come back with your volumes.
Yes.
And we'll go next session. I'll give you specifics on the titles and such and such.
Yep,
But for
no
now,
worries.
you could do me. That's a general. Let me just bring something up real quick. Do me. Actually, the way it's going to work is that you're going to. How many hours would you say you spend studying a book?
Probably at least till like 9 or 10 p.m.
Okay. So yeah, I'll fill you in with that. So generally, yeah, you can just keep track of your hours. It will
Okay.
take you at least. It depends on the time, but this one in particular, but the races, right? Is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, like I'll probably
No.
start with one book. I just
Yes.
want to generally go over them and go from there.
Okay, no worries. Now you can definitely do that. So it'll take you about, depending how fast you're, it depends how good of a reader you are. Would maybe 48 hours
Okay.
to go over it and kind of like really digest it.
Perfect.
So you roll me just to see how well you registered it. Roll me. Just trying to think. What do you roll? Roll me a history.
Okay. Neat.
It makes sense. It is very overwhelming to you. As you kind of browse with these notes by this Archmage Mordenkainen, there seems to be a very, not the most entertaining fellow, but very clinical, outlines several things that I see. I'll also go over your head. You do recognize some of the creatures you saw today, but it's a bit overwhelming to you right now. Like you're kind of getting the gist of it. I will say that when we do these skill checks, it will the DC will go lower as you keep studying the book, depending how many hours you put into it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So aside from that, you all take a long rest, and you all wake up. There is obviously you hear the dolorous voice of within. They go, "Time to wake up," and it doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere specific. All of you hear it at the same time. It's kind of your like alarm to get up about maybe 7:30 to get your meals and such and such. And as you all wake up and ready to embrace the new day, full of magical possibilities, we'll leave it there for today.
Yay!
Perfect timing. That was good.
All good. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Of course, this session was always going to be more about, apart from being eaten by a mimic, potentially, it was going to be about sorting out their classes and curriculums, and that's how they're going to go from there. Again, I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was very entertaining. And I look forward to working more with the students here on their curriculum of chaos. Right. I believe Peter, is there any Herbie? Sorry, Peter, Herbie. Any notices? I do believe we have a one shot on Tuesday, correct?
Lighthouse.
Wow, that was
Lighthouse.
loud and
Sorry.
enthusiastic. First off, I want to thank our wonderful DM. Great session. Really enjoyed it. And Tuesday, we have the Lighthouse run by DM Justine of the Dungeon Boys.
Woo!
And then, let's see. Dragonlance is off this coming week. Frost Maiden's off this week. Methus is off this week.
We have on Discord, we will have Lost Dwarfs, Fandelver by DM Captain Crit or Belvedere. We will have, I believe, on Friday, Princess of the Apocalypse as Elemental Chaos, which is also by Captain Crit.
Yes.
But I think that's it this week. So if you want to check those out, join our Discord. There will also be a few Citizens of Phandalin.
Yep.
We
Again,
also have
with-
Wild Mount on Monday on the Discord.
and Wild Mount on. Oh yeah, Wild Mount.
You're
Monday.
in that.
It's all I know. I'm sorry. It's only Captain Crit games this week, except for the one shot. And go and have a look because Citizens of Phandalin, if you're not able to commit to a full-time campaign, you can join whenever you can.
And
Yeah,
our
so
very
come
own
on.
Captain Crit will be doing the voiceover for the trailer when we end the stream. So
Ooh.
There you go.
There you
So anyone
go.
interested in a come and go campaign and is curious as why he is called Captain Crit, please take a look.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't regret it. You won't. He's a great DM.
He's a great DM. If you
Bye.
don't, if you bye.
Bye.